Hello, I'm Claire Louise Hay from BeHealing.com, and I've made a new pick a card read for you. This time it's a full love Celtic Cross Tarot spread about your love life. Now I've made 3 readings here: the crystal, the flower, of the shell. It's a timeless reading. Whenever you get into it is good. Each one of these has got a deeper dive to it. That's an extended reading that goes with it. So if you find that it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of each of these readings, I'll be popping a link for up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. And that's where you can also find your timestamps to fast forward to your reading. So all you need to do now is take your pick. Which one would you like? Would you like the crystal? And the crystal is out with the King of Pentacles. Or would you like the flower? And this vibrant, beautiful flower is out with the 10 of Inspiration. Or would you like the shell? And the shell is with the Hermit card. So take your pick now. Don't forget to click like as you're watching this video down there. Click on that subscribe button with that notification bell if you're new, and leave me a comment as you're watching as well. It really helps me out when you do that kind of stuff, so thank you so much for that. And you might want to click that subscribe button to hear more from me, because I do a daily energy update for the collective every single day of the year, including new moons and full moon energies. And I also go live 3 times a week in my show called Psychic Cafe. In that I give a live twin flame read, but I also give any reads in there as well. You can book in for those 1 question readings at any time on my website behealing.com. You can find links to that in the description box below, and also one up there as well. You don't need to come live. I'll send you the link to the replay of the show that I did it in right at the start of the show as well. Or you can come live and book while I'm live there as well. I also do 3 of these love pick a card reads a week as well, and I offer private readings from my website behealing.com. You can find a link for that in the description box below, and also one up there too. Get those out within 48 hours if you're ordering them. It's via email, those readings, and you can ask questions for them by clicking on the Contact Us page after you've booked in. So enjoy your reading, crystal, flower or shell. I'll see you in there. So if you chose the crystal along with the Light Seers Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's find out about your love life by way of full Celtic Cross love spread here. So as usual, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, we'll be popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into your reading. Your cards are out already. What is this reading all about? Well, it's all about the King of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. King of Pentacles is a character, like a husband material kind of a character, someone that's very stable. You know, they've got a stable job or business, very homely kind of a person. And the 7 of Swords is about deception. So this could be someone that's married to someone else. It could also be someone that you got your eye on, thinking that they're very stable, but they're deceiving you about something. Could be deceiving you about the work, or maybe about the relationship status as well. You could have your eye on someone that's feeling very stable, like husband material kind of thing, and they could be feeling that way to you because they are someone's husband. Okay, let's see what is hindering you in this situation. What's crossing you? Queen of Wands, you're very attractive. Okay, so someone is, this person, this King of Pentacles is very attracted to you, and that could be why they are pretending that they are someone that they're not, pretending that they are available is what it feels like to me, or pretending like that they've got a better job than they've got, or something like that. So they find you so attractive that they're making themselves out to be somebody that they're not here. Catfish. Got a catfish situation going on here. It might be a big fat lie, it might be a lot of lies. I've been catfished in the past by someone who's just made everything up about themselves. It was ridiculous, about his work, about his house, about his family, or just everything. He lied about everything. But yeah, it could just be that they're that attracted to you that they'll just tell you anything to be with you. Not a good situation. So how do things appear on the face of it? The world, like everything that you wanted, everything that you were looking for. It looks like that they are everything, and that this is your time now, and you found the one, and a new chapter is beginning, and all of that kind of stuff. But what's really behind that? What's really behind that? Oh, be careful out there. You know, we don't want to be cynical people, but, you know, after that catfishing that I had, that made me really careful about who people were telling me they are. And there's a lot of married guys out there that are pretending they're not as well. What's really behind that is 9 of Pentacles, single, independent. Single, independent, successful. So they're attracted to you because you've got this single, independent energy. You're attracted to them because they've got that successful, solid partnership kind of an energy. That's obviously what you're looking for. Could be that this person thinks you're the world to them as well. This could be a situation where you both feel like you found your person. But the 7 of Swords is right there, so they're lying about something. Recent past energies between you and this person. Recent past energies. 10 of Pentacles. 10 of Pentacles is like the family kind of thing, family situation. Could be working with this person, or yeah, 10 of Pentacles, it's like the happily ever after card. So they could have been telling you that you could have this together, or it could have been in your imagination as well. You could both just be like imagining that, having it all with each other. The energies of building something together, having what it takes to build something together. So you could be very aligned with this person in many ways, but we cannot ignore the 7 of Swords right there. So there's a lie going on, there's some deception going on in the middle of all of this, and it belongs with that King of Pentacles. I don't feel like you're the one that's lying here about something. 10 of Pentacles, yeah. We'll see. Energy coming in the near future. So Hermit, you're going to be by yourself, retreating, taking a step back. Page of Wands, some exciting news. And the 3 of Wands, waiting for that. So taking a step back and kind of waiting. 2 cards of waiting here with the Hermit card and the 3 of Wands. But exciting news. So they could tell you some exciting news, like that they're coming your way, or you're going to see them or something like that, and you're just kind of waiting for that. Some waiting energy. It could be someone that kind of keeps you holding on and keeps, you know, bringing you back in by telling you that something exciting is going to happen, but then you're constantly waiting for this person, for something to happen, for them to make a move, for them to change something. So this reading is about the King of Pentacles and the 7 of Swords. What else is this reading about? What else? What else is this reading about? The 2 of Wands, making a decision. Queen of Swords, to cut them out. Just say no, to cut them out. So the 2 of Wands is a very decisive decision. I mean, all decisions are decisive, I guess, but it's about, should I take action on this or not? It's the point that we get to when we're like, should I keep waiting for this person or not? And getting like really real with ourselves, cutting something out. Queen of Swords, she has boundaries. She says no. You might be getting to the end of your tether with this person, of always being left waiting and all of that kind of thing. It might be that you are recognizing this cyclical kind of a nature. I think that there will be in this relationship of you're always waiting, then promising something and it never happening, and you're always waiting and always in that same position of waiting for them. So yeah, this reading is about you. You cutting it out, you saying no, you moving on from that, and you making that decision to actually take action on that, to finish it, to end it. What are your fears in this situation? It's got that energy of like you could have had it all, like it's a very good match, but that Seven of Swords is right there in the middle, so it feels to me like they just weren't available for it. It can be all a great match as much as it likes, you know. It can be an amazing match, but if they're not available, then they're not available, and then so that's it, right? Do not pass go, do not collect $200. There's nothing you can do about that. What are your fears? King of Cups, that they love you. So they do love you, there's feelings there for you, and you're susceptible to that. So you feel that, probably empaths, you guys, and you feel it from them, and that's, you cling to that. You might have not experienced a lot of love, you might not have experienced a lot of love in your life with someone who's kind of compatible with you. And this person seems to be kind of compatible with you. They're not available, but it feels like they're compatible with you. And they've got feelings for you, and so you could be very susceptible to that, like not wanting to let that go because you think that this deception here is just a small thing and that could change. But this waiting for it to change is not a good thing. So, one of your fears is that they love you and you're susceptible to that. And the Moon card, so fearing the unknown as well, and the emotional unknown. So part of you doesn't want to let this person go. A part of you wants to cling to the hope here. But you're afraid that, you know, you're just always going to end up in this no man's land, not knowing what the hell's going on. What are your hopes? The Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune being about fate, about things moving. So, could feel like this person's fated. It does feel like a connection where you're compatible, where you like each other's energy, especially around the stability and stuff like that. But still, you both need to be available for a relationship. So you're wanting a new start with this person, the Fool energy. That's what you're hoping for, is a new start, to start again, to like start something off with this person. Whew, well, let's get your outcome cards out. I'm going to reveal the first outcome card in this reading, but the rest of them, because I'm going to get a progression out for your outcome. The rest of them are going to be in that deeper dive read, that extended reading. In that reading, I'm also going to be getting cards out from these decks back here as well, to get some messages from your person, get some advice for you also. And 1, 2. Okay. And what else? Well, we're getting some insight into your person as well, and those lies and that deception and all of that kind of thing about what's going to happen. If anything's going to happen, is that going to change or is that going to stay the same? Let's get in deeper into them and what's going on with them. 1, 2, 3. Outcome cards, outcome cards. And if anyone else pops up in this reading and this outcome as well, we'll get into them too. In that deeper dive read. 1, 2, 3. 4. Oh, you do have someone else popping up in here. And it seems to make things complicated for you. Okay. So you've got 7 outcome cards there. Let me show you the first one. Okay, so the first outcome card is the Page of Cups. This is the wishful thinking, fantasy, things, oh, it's going to happen now, they're going to leave that person, they're going to be with me, it seems like it's happening, I've got all of this hope. Yeah, it's a fantasy card. It's like pigs flying, you know, legs not even joined here. It's fantasy, it's not reality, this, but it can have us kind of hyped up in hope kind of thing that something good is going to happen. So something could happen that it gets you this hyped up in hope. But yeah, then we've got all of these cards here for the outcome. You might want to know what they are. So if this sounds like it is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that deeper dive for even more. As I said, let's get into all of this and find out what's going on here, what this Seven of Swords is all about. You probably know already I would say, with this reading, but let's get deeper into it for you. If you're interested in that, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now, the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folders, so do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the crystal on your device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click on that subscribe button with that notification bell to hear more from me. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deep dive read for even more, then I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the flower along with the Muse Tarot, then this one's for you. Let's give it a full cut across the love spread, find out what's going on in your love life. Now, as usual, flowers, there's going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with it. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, you want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, we're popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So, let's have a look. What card you've got here. What is this reading all about? Two of Materials is about balance. 10 of Inspiration, about burdens. Balance of the workload. Balance of the investment into a relationship, or who's doing what. This could be about like someone, you being in a relationship with someone where they're not making as much effort as you, or yeah, you feeling like you've got too many burdens within that relationship, like you're putting more effort in. This reading is all about you finding a balance of effort that you're making in a relationship, or you taking burdens on for a relationship. This could be about communication, like you're the one that's making all the contact with them kind of thing, and they're not with you, or you're the one that is making sure that they're all right and checking in with them and they're not you, or you're the one that's suggesting things, always like leading the relationship and they're not doing it. Or if you're living with each other, it could be about stuff that you do around the house, like you're always cooking and they're not ever doing any of that. You're taking care of the house and they're not. You're looking after the bills and they're not. That kind of thing. It's about finding a balance. Or this could be about you. This could be your reading if keep on getting into those imbalanced relationships and you don't want to do that anymore, and you're looking for someone where that's not going to be the case. That's what your reading is about. What is hindering you in this then? How come? You're just too willing to do that for other people. It's not those. What's hindering you? 10 of Materials. The 10 of Materials, like a happy house, happy home, everyone being happy within it, providing and making sure it's stable. It's a very nurturing card of family and stuff like that. So you just might be family and home oriented and used to making everyone happy and liking that stable home life kind of thing. And so, yeah, it could be a willingness to do it. For anyone kind of thing, to set up this 10 of Pentacles energy for anybody and take care of people and make a happy home. Yeah, and that's a great thing to have, like it's a great thing for you to do, but not with anybody, only with those that will that are contributing to, only with those that want to build up this 10 of Materials for you as well, and do the same thing for you. So yeah, it could be just how you're picking them here. It could be that you come from like a very stable family, and you're and then you get yourself into relationships with the wrong kind of people, and then try and have that stable family kind of setting with them, and it's not quite working because it's you that's making all of the effort. So you could have had examples around you of relationships where they'd chosen someone good that was reciprocating kind of thing, and you're just imagining that you could have that with anyone, but no, you got to choose really wisely to have something like that with. On the surface of it, how does it appear? Seven of materials, investment. You're investing a lot, planting those seeds, nurturing it, just sorting everything out. Yeah, investment. You're investing. And what's really behind that? You know, sometimes we overinvest because of issues that we've got. We're not feeling good enough. It doesn't feel like that for you guys. To me, it feels just like you can do that. You know, you've just got that within you to make a happy home for everybody. And perhaps you've just not been picking the right people to have that with, not noticing who is offering. What's really behind that is Six of Inspiration and the Eight of Inspiration. Susceptible to talk, right? So the Eight of Wands, Eight of Inspiration here, and the Six of Inspiration. Eight of Inspiration is about direct communication. Six of Inspiration is about victory, about achievement, success, and all of that kind of thing. So, right, this is what I'm imagining. This might be true for you, it might not, but this is what I'm imagining from these energies. You might have been brought up with family home where parents had a very good relationship with each other. Perhaps your father was providing and all of that kind of thing, and it was a happy home. Your mum was making the home like happy for everyone and sorting everything out. And it could be that your dad was quite successful and so could, you know, outwardly successful kind of thing, and so could provide a lot. And, you know, all worked out kind of thing. Now that could have you looking for someone that's got like successful energy like this, thinking that that's the key to it. I just find someone that's successful, and then they'll have enough to be the provider so that they will invest in the relationship. But that's not necessarily the case, is it? Because investing in a relationship takes someone that's got that in their heart. It's not an outward appearance of success. Someone could be successful and be really mean. We see a lot of people out there like that, you know, that they've got a lot of success and a lot of money or whatever, but they're not wanting to invest that in anyone else. They don't want to share it with anyone. They don't want to provide for people. So, yeah, you might just be, because this seems to be someone's directly communicated about the success to you. And so you're like, oh yeah, well, this person can reciprocate then. And so you get into a relationship with them. And then you end up like, you're looking after them, you're doing this, you're doing that, and they're not doing that for you. They're not providing for you. They're not investing and stuff like that. It's interesting. My guides have said to me, you'll be surprised who can love you right. Some of the most generous people can maybe not have that much, but they're the ones that can invest. But it's not true. It's got nothing to do with money. Some people get that wrong and go, no, well, then you can only trust the poor people. No, there's some selfish poor people too. It's not about the amount of money or the amount of success. It's not correlated. Well, it's correlated, but it's you know, it doesn't contribute to that. There's good and there's bad people. There's generous and then there's stingy people in every income bracket. In every income bracket. So you might have just been looking for the wrong types. Recent past energy. You got the Nine of Emotions, like they're your wish fulfillment. You thought you found the right one, wish fulfillment, and the Knight of Voices, so you rushed into it. So something about the person, you thought, yeah, this is the one I can have something with. I love and nurture them. And then you get down that line and you're like, hang on a minute, they're not giving back to me. What's going on here? A lot of women are very good at that, loving and nurturing and making a happy home and all of that kind of thing, despite what is happening around them and what is being given to them. Kind of, we've got used to being on a deficit, but still providing that role. Now, it's not necessarily a good thing, right? We have to hold other people to contributing as well. Hold them to that. So, near future energy, you've got the Eight of Voices, feeling like you're trapped, feeling like there's nothing you can do about this. It's tricky because when I say hold people to that, hold people to being generous and to contributing and all of that kind of thing. If you're choosing someone that's not going to do that because they don't have it in the heart, they're not a generous person, they're a stingy person, you're not going to turn that around. You're not going to be able to hold them to that. what you can do is when you get into a relationship with someone like that is hold them to it early and make sure that they're doing that, make sure that they're contributing, which some of them do early on because some of them want to impress kind of thing, and then it will dwindle down from that afterward. But you need to notice that stuff and hold them to it early on, and if they're not going to do it, then let them go. Then go, oh, okay, you're not a generous person. Because someone can pretend to be generous when they're first dating you. A lot of guys will do that, pretend to be generous when they're first dating you, but the signs will be there in the way that they treat people. So you might feel trapped in the near future, like there's no way out of this. What is this reading also about? It's about you taking on the burdens and you needing to find balance. The Knight of Inspiration, it's about someone exciting coming into your life as well. Knight of Inspiration, it's a player kind of an energy. Player kind of an energy. Okay, so a player, we think of players, well, I think of players like just the ones, they never want a relationship kind of thing. They're just out there playing and all of that. But we could have like more, a different kind of a game going on here. Of which there seems to be quite a few, I don't know whether it's a game they've got or what, but there seems to be quite a few guys out there lately that are kind of looking for a mama. Perhaps they're just used to women taking care kind of thing, and they just find the next one that will take care of them and they don't have to contribute anything. So in other words, they'll move into the woman's house and get the woman to, you know, the woman's providing the house and doing all the taking care of them as if they're a baby, and they never contribute anything. They're just lazy and they'll just sit there and play games, computer games and stuff. There's that's an extreme example of it, but there doesn't seem to be a lot of men that are out there looking for a mama like that have just been spoiled by women and they've just got used to it. Perhaps been spoiled by the mum, and then they've gone from woman to woman expecting that same kind of treatment from women, like women are the slaves kind of thing, are there to take care of the men and they don't need to do anything for them. It could turn into some kind of a game to find the next one that's like that, because there's always someone that will do that, that will put up with that, put up with them doing very little. So just be careful of that. What are your fears in this situation? Two of emotions, love offer, love match, this is your match. Can't tell whether you guys are in a relationship or not, whether you just keep on coming across this dynamic. So, but perhaps you don't, perhaps you're not unable to kind of pick who's going to be the generous one or not. But you can't really, you just got to experience it. Then when they're not doing something, like refuse to carry on, you have to shut it down and stop it. Awakening, waking up to that. This is about fears again. So it's very susceptible to love offers kind of thing is what this feels like to me. The Two of Cups there in your fears. Getting a love offer. So yeah, it could be that you are placing too much emphasis on love here. If someone tells you that they love you, or if someone's attracted to you, they love the way that you're loving them, rather than you loving the way that they love you. Love is a verb, right? It's what we do for people. So it's not a feeling. But if someone's there telling you that they love you, but they don't do a thing for you, what they really love is how you're loving them. They've got no love for you. You know, they don't want to take care of you and do those nice things for you. They love the way that you're loving them. So it's a very selfish kind of a love. You could be waking up to that now. That the love offers that you've been susceptible to are them pretty much saying, I love the way that you love. So it's in a way it's an ego thing on your part of like, oh, you love the way that I love, so I'm the best lover kind of thing. I take care of you the best. I love you the best, and I've loved you better than anyone has loved you before. Rather than, hang on a minute, how are they loving me? What are they doing for me? Like, are they really taking care of me? No, they're not. They won't do a thing for me. Yeah, just be careful what you're investing in, who you're investing in. What are your hopes? Hopes, 6 of emotions. It's the past energy, but it could also be like something traditional, hoping for something traditional, something like the good old days, the past. Perhaps you thought things were better in the good old days. I don't think they were, by the way. I think it was perhaps worse for women. I think women didn't have rights. I think they were doing it even more. I don't think that suddenly like that women were all balanced and everything, and it was they had like a really good balance and all of that kind of thing, and then we've gone wrong in our generations. I don't think that's the case at all. If anything, I think we're improving and getting more rights and all of that kind of thing. I think we've just carried on prolonging this, women being the ones that have the worst deal. And that's what we see. That's what we see in the science, is that marriage is good for men and it's bad for women. Women do better when they're single. Health-wise, they live longer, more healthy. Men, it's the opposite. So men benefit from marriage and from long-term relationships, and women, the opposite of benefit from it. We lose out when we get into long-term relationships. So I think it's always been the case. So if you're hoping now for like the good old days or something traditional, careful what you wish for, because I think it was exactly the same. I think that's where it's come from. And I think we are evolving, hopefully evolving out of that now. But the only way we can evolve out of that is by awakening to it. Yeah, and empowering ourselves as women and going, not accepting that. I'm going to go and find the ones that have got it in their heart to be generous, that want to love me. And there are evolving males out there as well. So, hopes. 4 of Voices, for a rest. Hoping for a rest. You've got the 5 of Materials. Kind of learning to say no and leave yourself out of it. And the 10 of Emotions. Hoping for the 10 of Emotions, the happily ever after. That ideal that we've all been sold, that 10 of Emotions, it's like a Disney idea of that. One day my prince will come, someone that loves me right, and majority of people are doing that. I just seem to be meeting the ones that can't do that, and I don't think that's true. I think the majority of people can't have good relationships, and it's the few that can, and we've got to look for those few that can and become those few that can in ourselves. So let's get your outcome cards out. It's getting a bit philosophical, this one. Let's get your outcome cards out. I'm going to reveal the first outcome card in this reading and the rest of them, because I'm going to get a progression out in the deeper dive read, in that extended reading. In that extended reading, I will also be getting cards out from these decks out the back as well, to give you some guidance in all of this, give you some insight in all of that, some healing stuff perhaps. If you've got someone here in your life, I'll be getting thingy cards. Message cards out from them, see what they've got to say for themselves. And yeah, let's just get deeper into it in that. But for now, I'm getting your outcome cards out, and they're coming out very slowly. I'm afraid of knocking your flower over. Spilling water everywhere. These cards do not want to come out. Okay, 2. I like the way this is headed. 2. Outcome, please. What's the outcome? Almost feels like the outcome isn't determined yet. It just depends on which way you go from here. What next? After that card, please. Coming out very slowly. Outcome cards. 3. 4. Oh. 5. 6. Nice. Okay, that's your outcome. These are your outcome cards here, the ones that I'm going to reveal in the deeper dive. And this one is your first outcome card, which is the 7 of emotions. 7 of emotions is about your confusion about how you're choosing, who you're choosing, and how to choose and how to spot them, how to spot those ones, and what are you looking for, like what are you even looking for, and how to choose someone that isn't all the same as, you know, as you've experienced before. So yeah, that is what this reading is actually going to be about. Your next steps after that is what is in these cards here. We're going to get you some advice about that as to how to choose somebody. And let's see if you've got someone coming in here. So if you're interested in that deeper dive read, if you want to know even more, then you might want to get that. I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now the email, it might end up in your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, your promotions folder. Check in those places. In that email, you'll see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the flower on a device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video. And when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, then you'll need to try it on a device, on another device, and it will. So thank you so much for watching. And don't forget to click like before you click off down there. Click on the subscribe button with that notification bell if you're new. And if this is why you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I'll see you in there very shortly. So if you chose the shell along with the Tarot of Mystical Moments, then this one's for you. Let's give you a full Celtic Cross Tarot love spread, find out what's going on in your love life. Now, as usual, shells is going to be a deeper dive to this. That's an extended reading that goes with this. If you find that this is your story, could be a story, want it to be a story, then you might want to get that for even more. If you do, toward the end of the reading, we're popping a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. So let's get straight into your reading, find out what's going on. What is this reading all about? The Hermit and the King of Swords. The story is all about the Hermit and the King of Swords. Now I feel like the Hermit energy is your energy. So perhaps a little bit stagnant, not a lot happening, being by yourself, the Hermit, not going out, not doing much, staying in your own lane, doing the things that you love in life, and yeah, not really a lot of relationship energy. King of Swords being the masculine energy. King of Swords, very logical and in their head and living their life. Perhaps book smarts, career oriented, that kind of thing. Feels like two people are in very different energies, but both in their own lane kind of thing, both being themselves. I think this is the story of you and of someone that's coming your way, but how you're not kind of coming into each other's awareness at the moment because you're both in very different energies. That's what I've got. So what's hindering you in this? Six of Wands. Six of Wands is about like victory, and the Four of Swords. Okay, so what's hindering you? You might be a little bit too successful at what it is that you're trying to accomplish. And I don't mean like you're too anything, because I hate when people say that. It's like, no, perhaps you're too strong, or you know, you're too much of it. No, if you're being yourself, you're being yourself, and that's cool. But the Six of Wands is about people seeing you as being successful, and perhaps you've been manifesting exactly what it is that you want without needing anyone else. There's the Four of Swords card is about healing. And yeah, you might be in the Hermit energy and be happy in that energy, apart from you don't have a relationship, but because you're so successful in that energy, so successful in healing yourself, giving you a restful kind of a healing space kind of thing, that you've got comfortable. You're too successful in that energy. Do you get what I'm meaning here? So perhaps you were living your life and your relationships and all kinds of things, and you felt battered about by life, and you realized, oh, it's time to spend time by myself, hermit mode, live my own life, withdraw from other relationships and start giving myself that love kind of thing. And you got so successful at that that now you're in this state where you're like, I'm in this really comfortable rut where I am living my life and it's all really good, and I don't want to shift out of this rut because it's really comfortable. So you got yourself into some kind of a comfort zone there. That's what I'm getting from that. Now that could also be true of the King of Swords there too. Someone living from their logical side kind of thing, and they could be like too successful in that. And got themselves into like a similar kind of a pattern where they go to work and they do this, and you know. What have we got here? How things look on the face of it. We've got the Lovers and the King of Pentacles, but this is the female version of the King of Pentacles, so this is your energy. So your energy is almost taking the masculine role and being the provider and the one that can do all of that stuff. So you're doing everything for yourself at the moment. You've got the masculine role as well as the feminine role for yourself there too. But you can provide a lot. Okay, and the Lover's card. The Lover's card is about a choice to make of who you want to be your lover. Now, what I'm getting from this is that with the King of Pentacles, but the feminine version of it and the Lovers there is, because you're so successful at healing yourself and being in that comfortable space, the comfortable hermit space that you've got, you might be thinking like, well, what do I want to, what would add to this situation? What kind of relationship would add to this situation? I can provide everything that I want from myself, you're saying. So perhaps I just want like a lover that comes in and just as a lover and doesn't disrupt any of this that I've got going on. You might not necessarily want someone that's like providing for you so that you would have to like uproot your life and then, you know, integrate your life with them and give up some of what is that you've got. There's a feeling of like you might be making a choice of lover here, or want to make a choice of lover that just kind of one that will fit in with your life, and I'm not sure that that's what's going to make you happy. We've got comfort zone written all over this reading, and I think the masculine being in a not the same comfort zone but a different comfort zone. Yeah, it could be a similar comfort zone, in fact. So they're the kind of lover that they're looking for, because they're providing for themselves, and in that feels like career focused for them. Definitely in the minds. What's really behind this though? What's really behind all of that? The Ten of Cups, the happily ever after. Your heart is going to yearn, both of your hearts are going to yearn for even more, for that integration, for your heart to be truly happy alongside somebody. There is going to be disruption to get there, but it's going to be happy disruption. So I guess we're waiting for the one that comes along who's worth disrupting our lives for and getting out of that rut for, to integrate our lives with them, because they'll bring true happiness and fulfillment. Okay, pretty complicated reading, but let's carry on with it. Recent past energies. So what has been your recent past energies? The Fool. Taking a risk, ready to start again, wanting to start a new life, wanting to start over, wanting to get out there again, that kind of thing. What have you got coming in? Wow, Justice and the Two of Cups. This feels very good energy to me. You've got a love offer coming in, a match, a love match, Justice, the one that with that balance. I think the one that you're looking for is looking for you too. I think you need to get really clear on what it is that you're looking for here. What you're not looking for is someone just to fit in with your hermit lifestyle. What you're looking for is someone who offers so much, that brings so much to your life that you're willing to disrupt your life in a good way to come together with them and integrate. And so you might just need to be open to that thought of like, well, actually, yeah, if the right person came in, I would like to disrupt my life. But you might only be choosing amongst the lovers that won't disrupt this, so that you can stay in your comfort zone at the moment. That's not what you're looking for. So I would like, if I were you, if you're resonating with that message of perhaps you are in your comfort zone here and then only choosing amongst those that won't disrupt that security and that comfortable, healing, hermit kind of a life, the ones that will just fit in occasionally with you kind of thing, then yeah, I would stop that, put them out of the picture and be waiting for this one that will disrupt your life, but in a good way. I think we've all experienced that before. This disruption that I'm talking about, the one that comes in and it's like, yes, this is someone where things can get more serious and I will disrupt my life and let's move in together and do, you know, it's that. You need to be open to that again. Got it coming in the near future. What is this reading also about? It's also about the Eight of Pentacles, reaping the rewards from the efforts that you've put in. So this could be efforts that you've put into healing yourself, to figuring yourself out, to perhaps learning relationship skills and lessons and that kind of thing. Reaping the rewards for that. So bringing in a relationship that actually gives back to you. Eight of Pentacles is about the return on investment. It's about it coming good. What are your fears? What are your fears? Six of Pentacles. Reciprocation. So you're fearing that someone isn't going to reciprocate, or that no one's looking for somebody like you. Yeah, Six of Pentacles, interesting card to have in that place because it's all about reciprocation. So perhaps you're fearing meeting someone that is more at your level because it will be disruptive. It could be that. And the Empress. Interesting. So the Empress energy, that could be you fearing, because again, it's another positive card. Empress energy being the divine feminine, being the one that builds her empire, that knows what it is that she deserves and all of that kind of thing. So there could be an element here that you might be believing that you've kind of thinking that you're too much of something, that you've done too much, that you've put yourself out of everyone's league or something like that. There could be something in that. What are your hopes? There are your fears. What are your hopes? Seven of Pentacles, to invest in something. You want something to invest in, something worthy of investing in. And Ten of Pentacles, well, that is worthy of an investment. That's the happily ever after card. So, someone to build something with, someone that wants to build something, someone that wants the happily ever after, that actually wants that long-term thing to live together, to build something together. Okay, so the outcome cards. I'm going to get a progression of outcome cards out here. I'm going to reveal the first one to you in this reading, and the rest of them, the rest of the progression, I'm going to reveal in the deeper dive read. That's your first card. In the deeper dive read, that extended reading, I'll also be picking cards out for those decks back there as well, getting message cards from your person. I will be, what else can we do in all of this? Getting guidance cards out for you as well. And if anyone shows up, well, you've got the Two of Cups coming in, so let's find out all about that love offer. Ooh. Yeah, let's find out when this is going to be, and let's find out about this person, this Two of Cups coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4. You've got a lot of major arcanas coming out here. I think you've got a significant change coming up in your life here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One more. 6. Okay. So, first card out. And there's your other cards for your outcome too. First card out is a strength card. Right, so you needing to be strong. It's like you're building up your strength and getting ready for something here. You might be stronger than you think. You might be ready for more than you think you are. Yeah. That's what I've got anyway, strength. If you want to find out what these are and you want the rest of it, I was just about to go into it as if I was in the deeper dive already then. If you want to know what those are and you want all that rest of that guidance, if this sounds like it is your story, it could be a story, you might want to get that deeper dive. If you do, I'll pop a link for it up there. There's also a link for that in the description box and in the comments below. It's 20 Australian dollars, which is about 15 American dollars right now, and it's an instant watch kind of a thing. You do need to type your email address in very carefully, because if you get that wrong, you will not receive it. Now that email, it might end up in your your inbox, but it might end up in your spam, your junk, or your promotions folder, so do check in those places. In that email, you will see a link to the crystal, the flower, and the shell. Click on the shell on your device that you can open PDFs with. In that PDF, amongst other things, you'll see a picture of a video, and when you click on that, if it doesn't take you right away to a video, just try it on a different device and it will. So thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to click like before you click off down there, and click on that subscribe button with that notification bell if you're new. And if this is where you're leaving me, good luck with all of this. If you're coming with me to that deeper dive read, then I'll see you in there very shortly.